All right, Victor. Before we head out and see our home sites and look at our different product, I'd like to get a little bit more of a feel of what exactly you're looking for in the home. So if you can give me somewhat of a brief description of what you're looking for, what you'd like in the home, what you'd like in the community, if there are any amenities that you're really looking for, whether it's in an inventory home or a home you'd like to be built, that would give me a better understanding and it would make it easier for us when we get out there. I can point you in the right direction.
Yes, of course. I've been looking at different type of homes in this area and this type of product, the three-story homes. What catch my eye in this community in particular is that you offer first floor living. So if there's one available for me to see, that would be perfect. But yeah, definitely first floor living is something that I'm really interested in looking at.
Absolutely. First floor living, we have five standing inventory homes right now, and one of those five is a Polk, which does have first floor living, so that would
Okay.
fit the criteria. And the backyard actually backs up to the school next to us, so your views will be unobstructed in the future. You'll be looking at their playing fields. If you like green grass and you don't want to be too confined to the person behind you in your yard, that might work out
Wow,
well.
that's perfect.
Great. Well,
Yeah, because that's another important thing. I want to avoid of having either a front or back neighbor. But if this one guarantees me, or not guarantees me, but in a way, if I can see a different view than not being a house, that'll be perfect.
fantastic. I mean, that's obviously something we have available, but is that something that you absolutely need?
Well, right now I live in an apartment complex. I don't want to have that many noise in my house. Um, I at least need 3 bedrooms. Um, I just got engaged and we're thinking of buying a property pretty soon. We're getting married next month as well. So, I mean, it's not that we need it, but it will be nice to have.
Great. Well, I mean, obviously taking the big step, which I congratulate you on.
Appreciate
This is
it.
another important move. Privacy. You're going to get maximized privacy in a community that Cal Atlantic offers, like Reserve on Moritz. We have made this as private as possible. We do have available lots and inventory that back up to the schools and more quiet areas. We also offer double pane windows and our blown-in
Nice.
fiberglass insulation bodes for a more quiet, secure, private home. So I think
Definitely.
as of what we're going through right now, some of the homes I'll take you out and home sites we'll look at fit the criteria pretty well. I just was hoping to figure out a little bit more in regards to your timeline of moving. Obviously you don't own, so you wouldn't have to get rid of an existing home. What about your lease? Does your lease expire soon, or are you month to month?
Yeah, it expires next month, but we can go into a contract month to month after if we haven't found something that we truly like and fit our needs exactly. But yeah, I mean, we're flexible. We don't have to jump in and make a decision right now. As far as an inventory home, we're also flexible in building. But yeah,
Fantastic. Also, I mean, you mentioned the marriage, which is huge. You have no kids right now?
no kids.
Okay, so the motivation level for you guys right now is to really start your new life as a married couple.
Correct.
In a month you get married, and then we can get you in a home pretty soon after. So once you're back from your honeymoon, you get to come home to a beautiful new home.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. So I mean, you're motivated to get in here based on the fact that you're getting married and you're growing out of your apartment. How many square feet do you think you're looking for?
Around 2,100 square feet.
2,100 square
Mhm.
feet.
Our current apartment is 1,000 square feet, but of course, I mean, we plan to have a family. Schools are definitely important as well.
Schools.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as I was explaining earlier, the schools that we have here in Spring Branch, Reserve of Moritz, is strategically in the middle of the Spring Branch ISD zoning. So you are going to be zoned to Valley Oaks, Landrum, and most importantly, Memorial High School.
Wow.
Which, if you get a chance to do a little bit of due diligence after we meet here today, you'll
Definitely.
notice that our scores for our schools are some of the highest in Houston and in the country. Especially Memorial High School has been regarded as, if not the best high school in the greater Houston area.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Well, that's a plus I guess.
Great. Well, also, I don't know if I've told you, we do have an inside lender, which is Cal Atlantic Mortgage, and we have a partnership with Cal Atlantic Title as well. So a little bit more of an incentive to you is if you were to go through our mortgage company, we would offer up to $5,000 in closing costs to help you save a little bit here and there as the time gets closer. As you're getting married, you'll see checks be flying out of your checkbook, a family asking for this, and this is just a little extra thank you for coming over to Cal Atlantic.
Okay, perfect. So how's the process work? Let's say I find a house that I like. How much do I have to pay? Because this is gonna be our first home. We haven't bought a house before, so we're new to the process of.
Well, first of all, are you working with a realtor?
No.
You're not working with a realtor. All right. Well, if you were going to buy an inventory home, what we do is we pick out the model of the home you like. We go over pricing, and we would sit down and go through one of our purchase agreements.
Okay.
At that point, we would need 3% on the earnest money
Okay.
that you would give us now to Cal Atlantic Homes. We would go through a green light process to see the qualifications in the loan process, and then I would get in touch with Cal Atlantic Mortgage, or if you prefer an outside lender. At that point, you would have 30 days to present a pre-approval letter.
Okay.
And from there we go. We will get the contract signed up by our side after you sign up and figure out a closing date. And I will do everything in my power to make this process as easy and painless as possible.
Perfect. Is there a difference if I use a realtor or not?
There is not necessarily a difference. You don't, at this point, you've already come in and we're going to go through the process of finding a home.
Okay.
So it's up to you. We always suggest that you can take every route you'd like, but at this point you've done all of the hard part that a realtor would do. And it's smooth sailing from here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I just want to ask.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking for no less than 2,100 square feet. First floor living, that's really important. Yeah, I mean, you just told me the schools are great, so that's a plus. So is there something that you guys can offer in comparison to weekly regarding like incentives or something?
Depending on what weekly's offering, I mean, we don't go by builder to builder basis. We don't necessarily match what one builder's doing to us, but there's always room for incentives depending on what you're looking for.
Okay.
So once we get an opportunity to narrow down exactly what fits your criteria, then we can go further into detail about incentive process and really narrow down a way to make you happy through the process.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Well, as of right now, it sounds like, I figured out what you're looking for. We do have a wide array that fits the mold, but I'd like to take you out first to one of our inventory homes at Polk, which matches first floor living. The square footage is perfect. It would be great, easy access for you and your soon-to-be wife with the garage. And again, we are zoned to the schools that you're looking for, and the prices is great for right now for future reinvestment and resale value. So if you don't mind, why don't we head out on site and start looking around?
For sure, let's go.
Great.
All right.